Hello, in this video demonstration we're going to look at how you can set sharing and permission for your website. So the first place that we need to go to start sharing our website is the blue share button. When you click on that, you'll see all the collaborators that you have added as well as the who has access. Right here, your first setting is going to be for your overall website. Right now, my website is set to public on the web, which means that anyone on the internet can find and view. If you want people to be able to edit your site, that's where you're going to add their names down here. So let's say I have one more person that I want to add. So I just simply type their name down here in the box. You can choose to send them a message or not. And the save and share. If you don't send them a message, Google's going to let you know that they're going to have to sign in to the website before they notice that they can edit it. That's fine. This is just for practice. It's thinking. Alright, so if you want to change your overall site settings, you can come over here to the blue link and click change, and here are your options for your site. It can be public on the web, meaning that anybody can search and find your site. The next one, anyone with the link, means that anyone who has the link can access your site without having to sign in. Keep in mind that if you only want a few people to have access to this, if you choose this option and you share the link with them, they can still share that link with other people that you might not want them to, who can then in turn access your site. So if you want to keep it restricted to only a certain people, you may want to think about doing private, and that means that you have to explicitly grant someone permission to access and or edit your site, and they'll have to sign in with their username and password for Google. Since this is just a practice site, I'm going to leave it public on the web and then I'm going to save. But let's say that you have pages on your website that you only want one or two people to be able to edit. Maybe a blog page. You want to have guest bloggers or something like that. Those are called page level permissions, meaning they're different settings for the individual pages than it is for the site as a whole. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to turn on those page level permissions. And the place that we're going to do that, we're still in the More and Sharing and Settings permission, and we're going to go up here to the top right hand corner and we're going to enable the page level permissions. It tells you that this allows you to control who can view or edit specific pages, and then we're going to click Turn on Page Level Permissions. When it has enabled them, you will see that you still have your Who Has Access pane over here, but you also have a new pane on the page. This is your site hierarchy. These are all the pages on your website, and I can expand those pages, the parent pages, to show any subpages. So let's look at the blog. Let's say that I do want to have someone else come in and blog on my site. The first thing that I have to do is I have to make sure that person has been granted site access. So up here at the very top of my hierarchy is my website, the whole site itself. So with this highlighted, and you see it's highlighted because it's yellow, I can still add people down here to the group. I have to add them to the site before I can add them to a specific page. Well, as of right now, I've already added everybody that I want to be able to edit my pages. So let's click on the blog, because that's the page that I want to set specific parameters for. Notice that your Who Has Access box is grayed out, and you have this box up here. What it's asking you is that, are you sure that you want to change the settings for this page as opposed to the settings for this the whole website? And if you do want to change that, you're going to click this change button right here. You have three different options here. You can use the same permissions for your site. That means that anybody that you set to view your whole site can view and edit this page. If you want only certain ones to, though, we're going to click this option here that says Use Custom Permissions. And now you have two choices. The first choice says Custom Permissions, add new users to this page. That means that any new users you add to your site as a whole will also be added to the page permissions on this page. Your second option, do not add new users to this page, means that when you add someone to your site, you still have to go in and add them to the page permissions if you want them to have access. I'm going to go ahead and click add new user. Oh, no, actually let's do this because I only want a certain number of people to have access to my page. So I want to make sure that just when I add them as a collaborator to the website that I still have to go in and add them to the blog if I want to. Once I have decided which one I'm going to use, I'm going to click Save. And so now I can go in here to the people that I have given access to, and I can change whether they can view or edit, or whether they can even view the page. Well, actually, since it's a public site, anybody can view, but if I had restricted this to private or anyone with the link, I can actually click one of these X's over here to take away their permission. Let's say that Paul is the only one that I want to be able to edit my blog or to blog with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to all of these other people who say can edit, and I'm going to change it to can view. And so that leaves only Paul as being able to edit, and I get a little alert message here. You have made changes that you need to save. If those are, I'm good with the ones I've made, I'm going to click Save Changes. And it's thinking, it's saving. And so now Paul and myself are the only ones who can make changes to this page. Those are the settings for my blog. If I went to my training schedule, again, I would have to either change the settings, or they would still be the same as my website. So if you find that you meet somebody or find somebody that you left out, if you need to add them to the site, make sure that when you go to add them that your that highest piece of your hierarchy here is highlighted, your whole site, and then add them there. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.